The black hole duat. It is interesting that the text advised the deceased that no one has power over his soul, no one takes away his heart, and no one causes him to go down into the great void with those who have committed blasphemy. This suggests that the consciousness of the deceased experiences some free will in the afterlife. His decision to bond or not to bond to the sun god for after the merger reaction, the fusion kinetics inevitably take charge as the deceased sun god and the crew move into the duat. Since Egyptian drawings, textual references, and scholarly descriptions support the Earth's magnetosphere as the duat's location, we can now take a fresh look at this dark vortex. The Great Void is a vacuum of the black duat, a place where Earth's spinning gravitational field entraps particles. The general theory of relativity predicts the frame dragging occurs around any spinning body, even the Earth. So we could say that the Earth's magnetosphere vortex exhibits the dynamics of a spinning black hole. As a spinning giant tangle of magnetic field lines or strings, our magnetosphere is a fair representation of a black hole model according to string theory. Also, according to physicist Fred A. Wolf, shrinking the Earth to 0.4438 centimeter would result in a black hole. 1988, in his 1988 book on page 148, so the Earth may represent a quantum mechanical black hole. Because the Earth and its magnetosphere is a spinning vortex, it will be classified as a curved black hole with two horizons, the inner and the outer. According to the text, after the transformation, both the dead and his double ascend or are bound for the sky. Also, the prince ascends in a great storm from the inner horizon, and the foretellers of the great storm go forth with the inner horizon of the sky. The text describes an inner event horizon, which implies an outer horizon in the black hole duat. This suggests that the horizon of the This suggests the two horizons of the curved black hole, along with two horizons. Spheroidal curved black hole has the two photon spheres. The outer photon sphere rotates in the opposite direction of the axis of the black hole, so the proton appears to be traveling slower against the hole's rotation. The inner rotating photon sphere, where the deceased is, appears to travel faster, going across the current. Actually, there's a third photon sphere near the ring singularity, the center point composed of matter that has an infinitely small volume, the Earth in our case. What's interesting is the macroscopic Earth has 3 Van Allen belts, possibly the equivalent of 3 photon spheres, whereas the inner belt houses energetic protons and is stable. The outer belt has both electrons and protons and is unstable. The third Van Allen belt is trapped anomalously. Anomalous cosmic rays has been pinpointed as a narrow belt within the inner Van belt. If the Earth is a quantum black hole, we now have another strong rationale for the Egyptian device to go to the North Pole, for the deceased only encounters 1 rotating proton sphere instead of 2, since the sphere are joined at the North Pole or axis of the curved black hole. Also, the book Duat recounts the journey of the sun god through its circles. Modern physicists describe the black hole geometries by Limson angles. The polar coordinates are lines of constant distance called circles in 2 dimensions, while the spherical coordinates are lines of constant distance called the spheres in 3 dimensions. Perhaps the emphasis on the circles and the spheres in the duat relates to the black hole coordinates.